There's a rising star in the news announcer's business. His name is Joe Schlunk. Joe never asks for a raise, rarely has temper tantrums, and doesn't need hairspray. Joe's a computer developed by students at Ottawa's Carleton University, and he read his maiden newscast today. Kevin Newman has the sorry details.
It's much cheaper than an anchorman, a mere $1,000 a year. And it'll say whatever you write.
First News with John Doe and Martha Howlett.
It took 5 students almost 7 months to perfect the program, but only 3 hours to feed it the morning's news. The project is the brainchild of journalism professor George Fraycore.
It is much more natural sounding. It sounds more like a human being than the others have. And it is more programmable, which is the important thing. You can change the pitch range on it. You can change the average pitch. You can raise somebody's pitch from high to low, and you can change around that how low they go and how high they go.
The new technology had its first on-air performance this morning over Carleton University-based radio station CKCU-FM. Joe Schlunk, as the computer has been named, was fed its morning news on a disc, then programmed to break into the music at 9 o'clock sharp.
Thanks, Levin. It's -5 degrees and overcast. I'm Joe Schlunk. Here are today's headlines.
Ottawa listeners heard what is believed to be the first newscast in the world to be read by a computer.
Jordan and Syria are one step closer to peace. Leaders of both countries have released a joint communique rejecting all partial solutions. They also want a sponsored conference on the Middle East. The conference would include Israel, the Soviet Union, and the United States.
CKCU station manager Pat Nagel isn't sure Joe Schlunk should be given a permanent job at the station.
Well, what about the idea of a computer replacing things? Because it's very sort of 1984, the kind of thing that everyone always thinks about was going to happen with computers. I don't think it's going to happen in the near future, certainly.
But Joe's mentor says the new technology does have some practical applications for radio broadcasters.
Very small stations, Flin-Flon, all right? They may not have the money to hire a good newsreader and a good news writer. Well, if you put the money into a news writer, the reading takes care of itself.
And what about television anchor people? Are they now a step closer to being replaced by a computer?
That's first news for Wednesday.
The 6 o'clock edition with Jen Tennant is next.
I do think that the people who rely only on voice, delivery, and that kind of personal trait, I do think they should worry.
Those are anchor people.
In a sense, yes. Yeah.
Kevin Newman, Global News, Ottawa.
That's it for First News.
He stole my line.
The 6 o'clock edition with Jan Tennant is next.